Hi, it's Sherry. I'm going to make a cute little dress for my little niece. She's having a baby, so a little girl named Lucy, and she's already named her Lucy. But I'm going to make her a little dress, and I'm using Red Heart Super Saver stripes, and this is a 4 weight, and that's what I'm going to be using. So first of all, get your 5mm hook and go ahead and do a chain of 44, and it starts out like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on, and do 44. Once you get your 44 chains, what we're going to do now is we're going to double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. So what you do is you count 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to double crochet into this hook in this loop like this, and then you're going to double crochet into each stitch like this, and do this all the way across into each stitch like this, and I'll meet you back when you get to the end. At the end of the row, you're going to chain 1, 2, 3, turn your work, and you're going to go into the 2nd stitch, and this chain 3 is going to count as your 1st stitch. So you're going to go into the 2nd stitch and do a double crochet, and then in this 3rd stitch we're going to do 2 double crochets. Okay, in the next stitch we're going to do a double crochet, sorry guys, I messed up there. We're going to do a double crochet, and then we're going to do another double crochet in the 2nd stitch next to that, and then now in this stitch we're going to do 2 double crochets. Like this. So what we're going to do in this next row, we're going to do a double crochet in the next stitch, a double crochet in the next stitch, and 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and then repeat that. And we're going to do that all the way across. 1, 2, and then 2 in that next stitch. 1, 2, and 2 in that next stitch, and do that, and I'll meet you right back. Okay, you should have 2 left, so you're going to do a double crochet, another double crochet, and then in this chain 3 here, go ahead and make 2 doubles in this chain 3, 1, 2, and you should have a total of 56, and then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn your work. So we are going to chain 3, turn our work, and this is going to count as our first double crochet, and this is row 3, and we're going to skip this one and go into the second one and do a double crochet like this. Then we're going into the next stitch and we're going to do a double crochet. Go into the next stitch and do 2 double crochets. Into that same stitch. Now, in the next 3, we're going to do a double crochet into the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and in this next stitch we're going to do 2 double crochets. Okay, now it's going to be a repeat. So we're going to do a double crochet, a double crochet, a double crochet, like this. 2, 3. Now in this stitch we'll do 2 double crochets. And what we're going to do is do this throughout. It'll be double, 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 2 doubles. Double, 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 2 doubles. And I'll meet you right back. Okay, I'm at the end of row 3 and I did my 3, and then in this last stitch we're going to do 2 double crochets like so into that one stitch. Then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn our work. And then what we're going to do, and we're going to double crochet, not in this stitch but in this stitch here, this second one here, and this counts as our first double. And then we're going to do a double crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then in this next stitch we're going to do 2 double crochets. Okay, and then we are going to start again. We're going to do 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then on this 5th one we will do, or the next one, 2 double crochets in that one stitch. Excuse me. And we're going to do this all the way across, and we're going to do this all the way across. We're going to do 4 doubles in each 4 stitches, and then 2 doubles in that next stitch after that, and we're going to repeat that all the way to the end. And I meant to say on this row we're going to have you should have 84 stitches, but you will end with 2 double crochets in this last stitch. But continue, and I'll meet you when we get to the next row. Okay, so I got at the end of row 4, and we should have a total of 84 stitches. And this is what it's looking like this. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to count over, get your stitch marker, okay, and pull this loop up, and let's count 12 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So right here we're going to put, let's put a piece of thread in there. Okay, like this. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to count over beside this one, and we're going to count 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And we're going to put a stitch marker there. So let's make sure. Let's count again. Let me make sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, now we're going to go over to this side and do the same thing. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So right here is a 12. Okay, now we're going to go beside this one right here, and we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18. Okay. So let's just double check again. I always like to double check on that. So let's see. Let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so we've got our stitches marked. So now what we're going to do is we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn a work. Okay, and so now what we're going to do is we're going to not go into this stitch but into this stitch. So we're going to do a double crochet, because this counts as a double crochet, this first chain 3. So now we're going to double crochet up to that stitch marker. So let's do that really quick. Just keep on going and get up there to that stitch marker. Okay, now we're gonna stop right here. Well, actually, we're gonna go into this stitch where the stitch marker's at. Now we are going to chain 2, and now we are going to come over to this side where this stitch marker is. Okay, and we are going to double crochet into this stitch. Let me make sure real quick. We're going to go in, not into the one before this one, but we're going to go and double crochet into the next stitch next to the marker. So we're going to double crochet, and that would be past the 18th mark. Okay, so we're going to double crochet. Now we are going to double crochet in every one of these stitches, because see, here is our half of our sleeve and our little front or back part. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and double crochet all the way up until we get to this stitch marker, and we're going to stop right before it and chain 2. So let's go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you back so I can save time. Okay, so we're right here at this point where I stopped right in front of my next marker. So now what we're going to do is we chain 2, And then we're going to go past all of this down to this next marker. And what we're going to do is we're going to double crochet. We're going to double crochet into this stitch here, okay? So double crochet in the marker stitch and pull that out. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to turn it, and we're going to do and finish our 12 double crochets here to the end. So we'll just go ahead and do our double crochets like so. To the end, and we should have 12. Just get to the end. And I thought this little dress, this yarn kind of reminds me of a sherbet ice cream. So let's see, we should have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then one more into this stitch makes our 12th. So there we are. We are done with our little top of our yoke. And now what we can do is go ahead and slip stitch right here in the top of this chain right here, chain 3, like that. And this is what we have. Let me pull this out for a moment and see how cute. See, that looks so adorable. So, and this is made to fit a little newborn baby. And so anyway, oh, and I meant to pull these little stitch markers out. We can pull those out. But see, this is going to be the front right here, and here's our back. Okay. And then so anyway, and we'll need to get some little buttons right here, and these look like they'd be little buttonholes, but anyway, and then we'll hide this little tail or little thread here. We'll hide it in the yoke, and I want to make a cute little collar and everything. So anyway, this is the first part of this upper part of the body. We got it done, and like I said, this is going to be the back and the back of our little dress. And so now what we have to do is start on row 5 and row 5, and then we're going to do the lower part of the dress. Okay, right here I have slip stitch into the top of chain 3. Now I am going to chain 1, and I am going to single crochet into the same stitch. Okay, now I am going to skip this one, and into this stitch I am going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Now I am going to chain 1, and I am going back into this same stitch, and I am going to do 3 double crochets. Okay, now I am going to skip this next one, go into this one, single crochet, skip the next stitch, go into this one, and start another 3 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles. So let's go ahead and do that. 3, chain 1, do 3 again. Okay, now we are going to skip this one, chain 1, skip the next one, do 3 doubles again and do our shell. Okay, we're going to do the 3, chain 1, and then back in the same stitch, do the 3 doubles to make our pretty little shell. Okay, it's looking like this. Okay, now we are going to skip this one. Okay, skip this one, single crochet, and do our shell into this one. Okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't twisted. Okay, yeah, we're going to do our shell. Chain 1, go back in, do 3 more doubles. Okay, now we are going to skip this one, single crochet into this next one, skip this one, start a 3 doubles again, chain 1, 3 doubles, and we're going to just keep doing this all the way around, and to make our pretty little shell like this. And as we keep working, it'll change colors. Mine will, because I'm using these crazy colors. But anyway, it's kind of looking like this, and like I said, here's the back, and then we'll just keep going around till we get to this end here. But we're just going to keep working, and like I said, when we get our shell, we're going to skip 1, single crochet, go skip 1 and go into the next one with our 3 double crochets and our chain 1 and our 3 double crochets. And we're just going to keep doing this, and when I get at the end I'm going to show you what to do next. Okay, so we're just going to keep doing this little pattern, and I'll meet y'all back. Okay, now I have got to the end, and I have done this. I just take this and slip stitch right here, just slip stitch into there. Now I'm going to go in, and I am going to slip stitch. I'm going to slip stitch up, and I am going to go here, slip stitch. So I'm going, right here is the center, okay, and here's the space next to the center. So I am going to single or chain 1, and I am going to single crochet. Okay, now I am going to skip this next spot and go in the middle here, doing 5 double crochets. Okay, so we're going to do 5 double crochets only. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now we are going to skip this one. Okay, we're going to skip this one, single crochet into this one. Okay, now we are going to go into this space and do 5 double crochets again. Let's see, let me make sure. We're going to skip this. We single crocheted. We're going to skip this one, and we're going to double crochet 5 into this next space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now we are going to skip this one, single crochet here, no, I told you wrong. No, we're going to go back. Okay, so we're going to, okay, this is what we're going to do. After we do our shell, okay, we did our 5 double crochets. Okay, we're going to skip this one and then single crochet. Now we are going to go down into this, skip this one and go down into this one. And we're going to do 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now we are going to single crochet here. Okay. Okay, now we are going to, here's our point, skip this one, and then we are going to do 5 double crochets into this space, like so. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now we are going to skip this one, and we are going to skip here, single crochet into this one, like this, and then we are going to go down into this space and do 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to skip this one, single crochet into this one, and skip this one, and now in our space, our chain 1 space, we're going to do 5 double crochets, like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this all the way around, and I will meet you back when we get to that point, but it's looking like this. Okay, I'm right here at the end, and I skipped over 1, single crocheted. Now I'm going to skip here, and now I'm going to go in and do my 5 double crochets, like so. And this pattern can be a little tricky. I know it seems very tricky, even for myself. 4, 5, and then what we're going to do is we're going to, right here where we counted up and started our slip stitch, I am just going to go ahead and I'm going to slip stitch. Let's see, I'm going to slip stitch right here, and there you go. So this is what we've got right now, this right here, and then we'll be starting our next row, and I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So it's looking like this right here. This is what it's looking like. So I'll meet you back when we start the next round. Okay, so right now what we're going to do next is we are going to slip stitch up to the middle. So we're going to go through here, slip stitch, okay, so what we're going to do, chain 1, we want to be in the center. So what we're going to do is go back in this chain, in this loop, and single crochet. Now we are going to go skip 2, and we are going to do 5 double crochets into this space here. Okay, and when we get 5, then we are going to skip 2 and single crochet in the center of this top one, like this. Okay, now we are going to skip 2 and go back and do 5 double crochets into this space here. And that's what we're going to do. And we're just going to keep doing this all the way around. Okay, and when we get done with our 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now we're going to skip 2 single crochet. And we're just going to keep doing this and going on just like this. So we'll do it again. We'll skip 2, and in this space we're going to do our 5 double crochets, and just keep on doing that. And as soon as you get the length that you want, probably we're going to do 20 rows. We're just going to keep doing this. See, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to skip 2 and single crochet, and just keep on going and keep on going until, and when you get back here, I can meet y'all back and show you once more what to do here, but we're just going to keep going. So I got here, and I'm at the end to where I put a stitch marker here so I could show y'all, but see, I did my last one here, and then what I'll do is I'm going to take this out, and then I will slip stitch right here. Okay, slip stitch right like this, And then what I'll do is I want to get back up here to this top piece, so I'm going to go in and slip stitch. I'm going to slip stitch here, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then right here slip stitch, and I'm going to chain 1, single crochet into that stitch, and then start again. Skip these 2 and start again, just like this. Actually, I think I did one too many. Let's see. We want to be here, so we want to 1, 2, 3. Yes, we want to do this one here, and we want to go back into the same stitch, like I said, in single crochet, and then skip these 2 and do 5 double crochets, and just keep doing this. Like I said, we're going to keep going and until we get the rows that we want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to skip 2 and single crochet, and then go back in, skip these 2 and do 5 double crochets, and just keep going, and just keep going until we get down to the length that we want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and just keep on going, and I will show you what I'm going to do next. But it's starting to look like this. It's starting to look like this little dress, and we just got to keep going, and it's going to be adorable. Okay, here's my little dress, and I'm going to start on the sleeves, and I'm going to start right here in this little, on this sleeve. This was the 18th chains, or the 18th that we counted. So now I'm going to go in here, and I am going to slip stitch right there, and I am going to go into this next stitch, single crochet, and then excuse me, I am going to do a shell into this stitch, which is 5 double crochets. So 1, well, I messed that up. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excuse me. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in the next stitch with a single crochet, and then another single crochet in the next stitch, and then I'm going in the next stitch with a 5 double crochet shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then in the next stitch, I am going to single crochet, and in the next stitch single crochet, and then I'm going back to my shell, which is a 5 double crochet, and I'm going to do this all the way to the back, and then I will stop, and I will do the same on the other side. So we've got 1 2 3 4 5, and then we're going into the next one with a single crochet, in the next one a single crochet, and I am going to go ahead and finish up, and then I will start in the back on this side since I'm right-handed and come around, do the same thing, and anyway, that's what I'm going to do, and then I'll meet you back and we're going to do the collar. Okay, I'm right here at the collar in the back, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a slip stitch, and then I am going to put my hook into this stitch here, and I am going to pull up a loop. Make sure you have the long part of the yarn, not the tail like I have here. So anyway, now you're going to chain 1, okay? Then you are going to go back in and single crochet into that same stitch, and then you're going to go into the next stitch and single crochet and you are going to go into this next stitch and do 2 single crochets. Okay, now you are going to go do a single crochet into this stitch, and then a single crochet into the next stitch, and then you are going to do 2 single crochets into this same stitch here, the next one, and then you're going to go into the next, do 1 single, go into the next, do another single, go into the next, and do 2 singles, and you're going to do this all the way around. So you're going to do, like I said, you're going to do like 2 in a stitch, then go into the next stitch and do a single, go into the next and do another single crochet, and then in the next stitch you're going to do 2 singles in that stitch, and just keep going, and I'll meet you when we get around. Okay, I'm at the end, and I ended with 2 single crochets at the end of the neck, and you should have a total of 56, and this is what it's looking like. Okay, and what I would do is, to start the collar, I'm going to use a white, so go ahead and get the color that you want to use, and I'll meet you back. Okay, I just wanted to tell y'all what I'm doing here. So I am going to, I've got my knot, my slip knot, and I'm going to go in and I am going to chain 1, okay, and then I'm going to go into the next stitch and I'm going to single crochet like this, and then into this next stitch I am going to shell, so that's going to be 5 double crochets. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, after you do your shell, you're going to go into this next space and do a single crochet, go into the next one and do another single crochet, and then go into this next space and do a 5 double crochet shell. Three, 4, and 5, and then you're going to go into the next space and do a single crochet, go into the next, oh, I've got a little knot here, let me get this, okay, sorry about that, and in the next chain do a single crochet. So what we're going to do is it's going to end up being a shell with 2 chains, and then a shell and 2 chains, and then a shell, and you're going to do that all the way to the end, and I will meet you back when we get to the end. But that's the pattern that you're going to do, is shell, 2 singles, shell, 2 singles, and I'll meet you back. I'm at the end, and I'm going to do my last single crochet into this space right here, and then I am going to pull this through and cut and pull that tight. Okay, now let's look at it, and I've got to hide these stitches and hide them, but here's my little dress. Okay, so here's the little collar, and like I said, I need to hide these little pieces here, but it lays like that, and that's what it's looking like, and I just gotta hide all my little tails, and I think it's looking cute. Okay, now I did want to bring this up. I do tend to make this longer. I have worked on this dress pretty much most of the day. It's taken me all day, except for maybe minus 2 hours or 3 hours. But anyway, this is the little sleeves that I got done, and then on the back, what I'm gonna do is I've got these little tiny buttons, and I'm just gonna sew some little buttons on here, and then that way it can be pulled tight in the back. And like I said, I need to hide these tails, but anyway, I'm gonna sew on probably little tiny pink buttons, but anyway, I'm gonna keep on working and keep going down to the end, and I think I'll make it a little bit longer. So, and then I'll meet y'all back once I get this a little longer, because I want to get it, I said 20 rows, but you know, this is right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 rows. Um, I mean, you could stop it here, but I'm going to keep, I might go a little bit more. And also, you can take this same pattern and do this at the bottom to do a ruffle on the bottom. So anyway, and I'll meet y'all back. I'm at the back of the dress right here, and I was going to sew little buttons on, but I've decided that these holes are kind of big. This yarn's thicker than I really wanted to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a needle. I'm going to get just a regular needle, and I am going to get some regular thread, and I am going to sew on the back 2 little ribbons. So, because that way they're real soft and she can just tie, the mother can tie the back. So anyway, I thought that's what I'm gonna do, because I was thinking, what could I use? And you don't want it to hurt the baby. If the baby wears it, you don't want it to really be something harsh on the back. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and tie a little knot. And so what I did is I cut 2 pieces of ribbon right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold a little piece in half like this, and then I'm just going to stitch right here on this, right here on this one of the edges. I'm just going to stitch this on, and I'm going to catch that knot right there, and I'm going to stitch it, because I'm thinking this is probably going to be a little less hurtful on the back. So anyway, this is what I'm doing. There's probably other ways to do this and make, and I do have tiny little buttons, and I was going to do the little buttons, but I just don't think that it'll hold. So anyway, stitch that on there, and then just make sure you got it on good, and then I'm just going to make a little extra knot right there. Just run that through like so. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And let's see how this looks. I didn't really measure these ribbons. Probably, I don't know, that's probably 7, 8, probably 9 inches on each one. So anyway, I'm going to fold this side the same way, and I am going to connect right here on this side, equal like the other side, and just go ahead and stitch this. Now this is like one single crochet, one double crochet here. So I'm just kind of grabbing that pretty good, and I'm using this silky little ribbon. So anyway, let me get this stitched right quick, and we'll look and see what it looks like. I really wanted thinner yarn, and I don't know, I had this yarn on hand, and I was going to make one of these little shrugs, kind of like what I've got on now. I made this one, but I was going to, and eventually I'm going to show y'all how to make this, but I really wanted to use the yarn that I had And this yarn here is a little bit thick. And what I'm going to do here, let me just reinforce this. I'm going to grab this right here and just do like this and make sure I get it pretty good. Because the baby, that way the baby, I don't think would feel this ribbon too much. Okay. And so I'm going to go ahead and clip this. And what I'm going to do now, let's take this like this. And I'm going to move my camera a little bit so y'all can see. So all she would need to do, the mother, is just tie it like this. Like that. And then when you turn it around, you've got this little dress like this. Now, what I'm going to do is, so here's the little collar. So now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to sew, I made this little flower. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all, I moved my camera. I made this little flower, and I got this ribbon here. It's kind of like a little pink and blue rainbow looking ribbon. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to sew this right like this onto the little dress. And I think, I mean, this might be overkill because this yarn's thick, but I'm just going to do, I'm going to go ahead and sew this on the ribbon like this. Oh, I forgot to tie my knot. But I could leave this off, but I was thinking it might add to it a little bit. It just seems like the dress is, this is the first time I've ever made this little dress, and I kind of just found the pattern online, but I kind of changed it up and made it my own kind of. So I really didn't know how long it was really going to take to make it, and it took a whole day and extra. So, and like I said, I've added stuff to it, but I'm going to go ahead and sew this little flower on this ribbon, and I'm going to take this now and sew probably right about here on the dress. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to catch it on this little loop double crochet right here, and I'm going to go back in, come back through, grab this and go back in again, and go back down through here again, and I'm going to see if I can catch it on this double crochet right here. Like this, and just go back in and grab and go back in again and go right through to this loop here, this double crochet, and like I said, I don't know, we'll see how this, so I don't know if I can see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of grabbing it and catching it on this double crochet right here on the dress. Okay, now I'm going to go inside here with my needle inside the dress, and I am going to come out right here, and I'm going to grab this piece and come back through and do the same thing on this side, kind of, just to get both sides caught. And if y'all decide to make this little dress and do this, you might have a better way. I just kind of want to get this out to her because I told her I'd make her a little baby outfit. And I don't know. It, like I said, this is the first one I've made, and we'll see. But like right here, I've took this right here, and I'm just gonna kind of stitch this on right here on this other double crochet panel like this. And this is what we're gonna do. And anyway, go ahead and clip this. Oh, I hope I didn't clip my stitch. Okay, I didn't. Okay, so anyway, this is what it's gonna look like this. And you pull these little ribbons down and fix your little ribbon here. And this is what it looks like. And like I said, you know, I don't usually make baby little clothes. And you can take your, be real careful though if you do this. This is not really good scissors for this, but what I'll do is I'm going to get my good scissors and I'm going to clip this on an angle, and I'm going to take my, but like I said, if you do this, be very careful. Get your lighter and just kind of seal those edges, or you can use frayed check for these edges, and for this little edge in the back on these, if you want to do this. See, these are fraying, but like I said, if you do this, be very careful. And I always like to cut mine on a little angle like that. But anyway, I just thank y'all so much for watching me today. And like I said, if you decide to make this little dress, I'm sorry I didn't show y'all how to make the little flower. It's crocheted. Maybe I'll show that on one of my other, another time. But anyway, I thank y'all so much for watching me today. And thank you, and God bless, and have a great day.